Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, just very quickly in respect of, if I have the substantive answer, in respect of the issues raised about the sanitary pads, I'm rather flabbergasted by Honourable Rondondo's comments that this should wait. Food is more important. But she should know, as has been published, Mr. Speaker, sir, that food is being distributed, and food, Mr. Speaker, sir, is being distributed, and in the food packs we already have sanitary pads. She should understand the dynamics of the patriarchal society we live in. The patriarchal society that we live in is that normally when people have financial marginalization, they tend to put women's issues to the side. And this is the reason why, Mr. Speaker, sir, we said that unemployed families, when they have less money, even though we're paying them the money, they may not actually buy the provisions for their young daughters and other females in the family from accessing sanitary pads. It's critically important. Honourable Kepa, I'm again flabbergasted as a former Minister for Education who said that men cannot handle sanitary pads or will be shy. This is the whole patriarchal system that we have. I mean, that is such a backward way of thinking. The Honourable Minister for Education highlighted the privacy surrounding the distribution of pads. That's fine. But to say that men will be very shy to handle sanitary pads, Mr. Speaker said that's such a backward way of thinking, and in fact a huge blow to women's rights from that perspective, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, obviously she doesn't understand the power dynamics, nor is she committed to changing the power differentials within a patriarchal society. Mr. Speaker, sir, just very quickly, Mr. Speaker, sir, don't say sechi, it's actually the fact. Mr. Speaker, sir, you've been caught out. Mr. Speaker, sir, what is also critically important is that Honourable Tambuya is saying that, questioning about vaccination in markets, when her leader is saying that everybody should get vaccinated, including children, but she, on the other hand, doesn't want people to go to markets, be vaccinated in a highly contagious infectious environment. Mr. Speaker, sir, government has been, in the interest of time, Mr. Speaker, sir, has also been providing unemployment benefits through the FNPF. In the formal sector, we allow $220 per fortnight. And also those on reduced hours, Mr. Speaker, sir. To date, through FNPF scheme, $387 million has been paid to 114,333 Fijians, of which $205 million has been directly paid by the Fijian government and $182 million withdrawn from the members' general account. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the informal sector, government for the first time, no government has ever done this, provided a first round of $90 cash assistance and 2 rounds of $50 cash assistance to assist Fijians buy food and other essential items. In total, for $90 cash assistance and 2 rounds of $50 cash assistance, around $32 million has been paid out to over 250,000 Fijians. Mr. Speaker, sir, and obviously through the convenient means of MyCash, which is through Digicel, and M-Pesa through Vodafone. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the budget we announced an allocation of $200 million for unemployment benefits. We will be supporting formal and informal sector employees in Viti Levu and formal sector employees outside of Viti Levu who were receiving the unemployment benefit through the FNPF scheme. So if a hotel worker, for example, who was on the 220 a fortnight from Taviuni or the Mamanudas or Yasawa or Savu Savu, they will still continue, or they'll still be eligible for this 360 payout that we've got. Of course, if they've got money in the general account, they can continue to access the general account through the FNPF scheme. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the criteria, of course, to access the 360 is that you had to have at least received the first dose of COVID-19 by 7 August 2021. Mr. Speaker, sir, the reality of the matter is that this has been a huge concerted effort by Ministry of Economy, working together with the Ministry of Communications, Ministry of Health and Medical Services, Ministry of Women, Children, Poverty Alleviation, FRCS, FNPF, the TSLB Board, Vodafone, and Digicel, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, as we speak, we have received, the applications have closed. We have received a total of around 345,000 applications for the first payment of $360 cash assistance. Mr. Speaker, sir, based on the initial preliminary assessment, 260,000 Fijians will qualify, which means a payment of $93.6 million to all of these individuals. So far, or by this afternoon, $54 million will be disbursed to around 150,000 Fijians. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, we'll have that injection of funds. Obviously, they'll be able to use it as they please, and we urge them to use it responsibly. Interestingly enough, Mr. Speaker, sir, those who did not qualify so far are 33,103 who applied but did not get their first dose of the vaccine. What we have said, because they've applied, applications have closed, but we're giving them another week. If they go and get their first dose by next Friday and provide us proof with that, they can get the 360. Mr. Speaker, sir, there were 739 who applied below the age of 18. There were some who currently are receiving FNPF or on pension, 17,362 who actually applied also, so they don't qualify. Interestingly enough, there are 4,354 civil servants who applied, even though they're being paid wages and salaries. 2,797 applied who are receiving TELS allowances, 1,564 applied who are receiving social welfare allowances, and others, did duplicate applications. One person tried to do or apply more than once. So this is, Mr. Speaker, sir, the current status of the unemployment benefit. As we've said, Mr. Speaker, sir, that they are able to redeem this 360 by going and buying goods and products directly from shops that have the M-Pesa or MyCash facility. They also, of course, have the ability to take out cash if they wish. We have also been working on VT card and M-Pesa allocation for shops. So any shop that adopts the M-Pesa QR code, we will actually pay for them to do that, because in this way it's a lot more convenient. So if I receive 360, if there's a shop nearby, I can actually go and buy goods from that shop too. I don't actually have to go and queue up at Vodafone or Digicel to take out actual cash to then buy those goods and services. And of course, they can go online with VT card, and that's the reason why we've also done that. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, that in essence is what the current status is. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Minister.